Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. That is so cool. That is the most beautiful car I've seen in a long time. All right, so, we're in Athens, Georgia right now on business, and while we're here, we're gonna do what we do. This is just a local property. This one's not for sale, but I'm trying to get a feel for the neighborhoods, for the sub-market, what we're looking at here. But, from an educational standpoint, what am I looking for, right? This is all brick. It looks like it's cinder block. Dude, that's fantastic. You don't have rot that's gonna happen on this. You don't have as high likelihood of fires here. Your insurance would be better. I see a pitched roof. Now, it's not strongly pitched, but it's not flat, so it's a little more, what I would look for. I'll take a flat roof if I need it, if the numbers work, but, this is what I'm looking for. Everything looks clean. It's a good-looking property. If you look around, too, at the cars are nice for the most part. You've got people with canoes on their front porch, so that's good. It was actually a good property. I don't see a lot of evidence of cracking in the walls. Now, the one thing I think it's missing maybe is, I wouldn't call it curb appeal, but if you look around, there's not a whole lot of greenery. The spots that you do have, you can plant some things, it's just bare. It's bare dirt. You can see it used to be mulch, but it's all washed away and they haven't done anything with it since. The greenery that I can see to my left here, well, that's that other building, that's that other house. It's not part of this property. But you get the retaining wall here, that's in good shape. You don't have a lot of common area. You don't have park. You don't have a pool. I don't see an office on site. Now, there's probably some little bitty unit that they took offline to make their office, because you got to have some way to lease. Like, this is interesting. All of the downspouts are running into this culvert, and it takes all the rainwater away, so that's actually pretty good. There's nothing to pretty up. There's nothing to improve upon. You could do some plantings, and that's what we're talking about. But other than that, everything looks to be in good shape. I don't see the units, so I don't know, maybe do the units need to be upgraded to a more modern look, a more modern aesthetic, to try to get a few more dollars, because we're not very far from a really nice part of town here. There's really nothing that I would do to this except maybe some lighting. Because if I look at this facade here, there's not any lighting on this thing at all. So again, that has nothing to do with value add. That has nothing to do with making the property. It would just make it maybe a little safer, right? I want to say that kind of quietly. I don't want people to hear me talking like that. It's probably a very safe neighborhood, a very safe property, but that would be something I would probably look to do, is put in some lighting. But you can see this is the entry point to the property, and you can see they've planted some things here on the left. It wouldn't surprise me if this was actually one of the residents that has done this, because you find that a lot with these properties, that people take pride in where they live, and they want to landscape and make their front door basically look pretty. But this is a garden-style walk-up. But yeah, overall, it's in really good shape, though. It's just not the most visibly attractive property in the world, but as you can see, these houses right in front, this is a decent neighborhood. Decent property. There's a potential here for maybe a dog park, just like an enclosed area you can bring your dogs. But again, there's just not a whole lot of space here that you could do a whole lot of, cool, fun things. So you've got that light up top there, but that's really the only lighting I see in the whole building. This is an interesting project. And you're really close to downtown too, which is kind of a cool area. So I bet you would draw a pretty decent person to this property. This is the only bonus area, the only bonus land you've got. But you just figure out a different place to put these dumpsters, if you can. And maybe you could just pull all of this out. Now, this is a very capital intensive project, because you got to clear all of this pavement out and, re-landscape it or something. Maybe you create like a cornhole area, a barbecue area, something the residents would really, really like. But it is a very small property, in good shape again. So, you've got some bare area up here to the left that maybe you could work on, but there's not a whole lot to do here. No, this is an apartment complex.
Is it an apartment?
No, these are condos. But it's just kind of sad that because people don't have a lot of money, they have to live in things like this. That people really don't service this property. They don't keep it updated, upgraded, even maintained. Like I said, all the landscaping is completely overgrown. If it's the right kind of property, if it's just conventional multifamily, certainly. But I'm looking around and I'm seeing things that tell me this is probably government subsidized. This is what I would consider a project kind of property, you know, in the projects. You've got old clotheslines and things that just tell me that this is not conventional. This is not traditional multifamily that I can come in and make a lot of changes to. Now I can, but I'm not going to see it in the form of higher rents. They're going to put a cap on how much I can raise my rents. They're going to control, you know, the qualifications for the people that live here. So yeah, it's not a project that I would ever want any part of. And I just hit a dead end. Where in the hell are we? We're going down a little ditch here. If we get stuck, I won't ask you to push more than a quarter mile to get me out. This is weird.
Make me feel so high.
I think this is all projects. Ugly square cinder block. And that's it, with very little windows. Yeah, I'm in this, everybody's looking at us. I'm driving in the, what do you call it? Not the, what do you call these things? The alley. This is where the trash company comes and picks up all the dumpsters. Well, this doesn't look as bad as the other one. And you do have HVAC. You know what? No, this might not be projects. In fact, Campus Ridge Apartments. No, I bet this is just market rate apartments. You're going to Campus Ridge, I'm guessing you're going to cater to a lot of college kids because you're really close to UGA. And see, the drawback with student-centric areas is at the end of every semester, you're going to have a just crap ton of your residents move out all at once. It's a big pain in the butt. They're tougher to run. They're very profitable. There are a lot of people I know that do them and do them very well, make a lot of money on them. But again, I just choose the right down the middle. I want the market rate apartment community that doesn't, you know, lend itself to renting only to students. And yeah, something that I can improve. I'm looking for ways to upgrade. And that might be as simple as changing out toilets, changing out lighting to save a lot of money there. If I come in and I change out all the toilets, aerator, shower heads, I've had some of my properties, I drop my water bill by 50%. And when my water bill is $20,000 a month, you know, that's a big, big savings. And I've had that happen before. So $20,000 a month, you cut it in half, that's $10,000 a month you save. That's an extra $120,000 a year in profit. $120,000 a year in profit, that's another $1.5 to $2.5 million in added value. So you could do small things like that where people wouldn't even think that, oh, I can add a lot of value just by doing that. Pretty cool, dude. How do you want to leave at home? Why? I don't know. Did you hear it sizzling? It's sizzling. I think it's dead now. It is no longer breathing, but, well, that's right. I need to come over here and try to have a bite. Whipped cream. It's pretty good. It's really good. So I just spent a couple of days in Athens, Georgia, all right? You know, I've been sitting with Lightmark for the last 2 days.
Hi, Bruce.
Hi, Scott.
How's it going?
It's going fantastic. And the staff out there, we've been designing funnels for my business, whiteboarding, a lot of brainstorming going on, a lot of video creation, content creation.
All right, what do you have to do to prepare?
Drink some Green 8 MCT oil infused coffee. Fantastically good. Austin-based company, guys. Check it out. They're out in Lago Vista somewhere. Really, really good stuff. I'm Bruce, the apartment guy, Petersen. I make over 100. I make over $100 a day. God, I can't get that out of my head. It's been a great experience. They're helping me get to a level I never would have been able to get to on my own because I didn't really know how to do any of this. We've had a good time, but at the bottom of it all, it's a great working relationship.